Well, deception, bribery, corruption, according to federal authorities, it was all going on in the courtroom of former State District Judge Abel Limas.
About a dozen people have been indicted, including Cameron County District Attorney Armando Villalobos, in connection to the scheme. Action 4's Daisy Martinez is live in Brownsville to tell us how it all unfolded. Daisy.
Marcy, Ryan, we're outside the federal courthouse here in Brownsville and just steps from the Cameron County Courthouse. Institutes dedicated to upholding justice. But recently, former State District Judge Abel Limas and current Cameron County District Attorney Armando Villalobos found themselves on the wrong side of the law here after federal authorities stepped in to unbundle an elaborate corruption scheme. The fall of Cameron County.
It's a very disturbing scandal here in the Rio Grande Valley.
A scandal that captured national headlines.
But what we do know about this district attorney is that he's accused of being a very selfish criminal, yet he's still prosecuting criminals.
Cameron County District Attorney Armando Villalobos, State District Judge Abel Limas, and respected lawyers from the Rio Grande Valley and even as far as Austin, indicted by the federal government for an alleged elaborate scheme of bribery and corruption in the courts of the Cameron County justice system.
It's greed. It's greed. I mean, money.
It kept spreading. You know, it seemed to encompass a larger number of people and people who either held or had held important positions.
The federal corruption investigation began in 2008. When federal agents wiretapped Limas' cell phone. But professor of history at the University of Texas at Brownsville, Anthony Knopp, says to some, the charges of racketeering against Judge Abel Limas, who presided over the 404th District Court, came as no surprise.
Judge Limas was open for business. In other words, the word was spreading around that he was taking money and using his judicial position to favor some people against other people.
The FBI had compiled a slew of evidence against Limas, including phone calls revealing codes Limas confessed to creating to garner bribes in return for favorable judgments in his courtroom.
We knew what to say, and they already understood each other with their own language. They already had their own language.
Backed up against the wall, Limas had little choice. He pled guilty in March 2011 to accepting $257,300 in bribes. He also struck a deal with the government in return for a lighter jail sentence. Limas agreed to forfeit his personal assets and property. He also agreed to out those he claims were allegedly part of the elaborate racketeering scheme in his court. The FBI followed up by indicting 6 other people and attorneys: Mark Rosenthal, former state rep Joe Santiago Solis, aka Jim Solis, and Ray Marchand, who was found guilty on June 18th of this year on 7 federal counts, including racketeering, conspiracy, and aiding and abetting.
I mean, it's hard to ignore things that you as a human being see as obvious, which, I mean, they told us to